Welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're looking at the Lake Nuremberg 13th century arming sword from Deepeeka. I have a buckler in my hands, a 15-inch buckler, because this would probably most likely be assisted with a buckler, especially for the time period this was used. Let's take a look at some specs, up close looks, and also cut testing. Let's get into it. Overall length 32 1/2 inches, 25 7/8 inches of blade length. This is a double-edged blade. It comes unsharpened to us from Deepeeka, and this has been a sharpening surface has been added by our sharpening guys at Kult of Athena. All right, taking a look at the grip length, it's 3 3/4 inches. Point of balance on this double-edged arming sword is 3 1/4 inches from the cross guard. So making this really, really great for cutting ability, whether that's a large cuts or if you're going into more tighter punch cuts and things like that, and holding the thrust out. The word that comes to mind with this one is robust. And given the time period as well, I would also say that this would be assisted with a buckler or a small shield of some kind, which closing the center on this, it makes sense. You've got the guard, so you're not going to slide out, but it's also just a lot of great range and a lot of protection of the center. Let's take a look at the features that come along with the Lake Nuremberg 13th century arming sword from Deepeeka. This one also comes with 2 sword hangers. These are leather, they're actually buckles. You'll see other companies that will use these as well, like Valiant Armory, Christian Fletcher, things like that, companies like that, and sword makers like that. This one is leather on both of them, so this drops down, so you can attach this to a belt and wear this underneath the hip. You don't want to, you're obviously not going to wear it on the hip, so you wear it underneath the hip. That way the draw is clean and you have plenty of coverage on that. Especially if you're doing this for Ren fairs, some type of reenactment, or you just want to be able to carry a sword. Then you have that option as well. And if you need a sword belt, we have those at cultofathena.com in our leather goods section. Check that out if you need one. And then lastly, I forgot to mention the weight on this one. Having the point of balance pulled back toward the guard, this is 3 1/4 inches from the cross guard. It makes the slashing ability of the return feel really solid. It's 3 pounds, 0.8 ounces. So not super heavy. I don't think that's super heavy. Anywhere between 1.5 to 2 pounds is my preference personally. That might be different for you. So this one being a robust blade, if this is assisted with a buckler of some sort, a small shield, then it's gonna really balance itself out, having protection of the center. What I wanna do now is do a little bit of movement with this sword, moving through guard positions and moving through a little bit of slashing. Whether you're gonna do any of that or not, this is as close as you'll get to 3-dimensional on video. So that way you can decide if this is a sword that you want to add to your collection. Let's take a look. Alright, moving into the cut testing. We're using pool noodles and water bottles because we're completely out of tatami mats. So even our supplier is out. So with the cut testing, I am using some more punch cuts on that one. I use a little bit of pull through cuts where you're going fluid. Just kind of mixing it up for that for the pool noodle, showing you that the edges that we put on here are battle ready. They are functionally sharp because this one was serviced by our sharpening guys at Kult of Athena. Make sure you leave them a comment below and thank them for servicing these blades so we can get these reviews to you. All right, let's take a look at the cut testing. All right, let's take a look at this blade up close in the scabbard and also out of the scabbard. Thanks for joining me for this review of the Lake Nuremberg 13th century arming sword by Deepeeka. If you're looking to pick up this robust blade, even pick up a buckler as well. We got plenty of small shields and large shields at cultofathena.com. Click the link in the description below this video to pick this sword up today. As always, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.